Good morning all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, June 29th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and SPY. So yesterday we put the daily back into balance. We were in balance yesterday. We were trying to get the daily up in the ES. I was still calling it balance. If we take out today's high, I would firmly be up, as we'd be one time framing up 3 days in the daily. NQ also coming out of an inside day to the upside. They're in balance. If they take out yesterday's high, they'll be going up on the daily. Now, righty was already up. Okay, they went up the previous day out of a 2-day balance. They continued yesterday, and now today they're looking to possibly gap higher with 75 minutes to go prior to the open. So after a bunch of days of the sellers trying to wrestle some control, the bulls are doing the opposite right now. Now, Powell already spoke this morning. I'm not sure if there's anything out at 9:45 or 10, but at least he's done, as far as I know. Tomorrow, again, we have PCE in the morning at 8:30, and then the end of the quarter and the half year. As far as the game plan this morning, well, again, we haven't gapped recently. It's been the year of the gap, but so far, recently we haven't. We'll see if we do gap right now. If we do, it does not look to be one of any significance. So again, the question would be, does that gap hold? The important thing is right now, two things. You'd be opening with higher value. And the real important thing is, we said there were two things yesterday. There was the XS and F that we had to worry about possibly, that the bulls wanted to take back and sellers wanted to take back the rest of the trend day from the 27th. Now again, there's 75 minutes to go. A lot can happen. However, the bulls right now look to be in position to take back that excess. Okay? Remember, excess happens on all time frames. This happened on the daily time frame and the intraday. That was clearly a liquidation break, but that's all it was. The market just broke from being too long. They recovered, and then they just grinded back up for the most part, and now they're going back to doing what they were doing yesterday morning before that break. That break definitely upset the algos. It puts them in a frenzy and then in a mindset of, okay, we just got annihilated doing what we were doing, and they just kind of meandered about for 3 hours afterwards inside of G's range. But now they're back to doing what they were doing. So, depending on the size of the gap, we'll see if it's worth a long against that. For sure, though, where the excess was now, if we open above it, if we pull back, I would be looking for longs, right? Ease high would be very important to me, right? You don't want to start getting acceptance back below there after taking the excess back and then getting accepted back into value. Any acceptance into M's range or value, you'll go trade at that POC. So a long would be in play up until E's high for the most part. Any acceptance below E's high wouldn't be long anymore, because I think we'd go trade at the POC and possible overnight low. As far as a short play, again, it depends where the overnight high will be. That could be something we take maybe initially. Now, remember, SPY, we're getting very close to last week's high. We're within 40-50 cents of it. We still have 2 days to go in this week. So let's go to the chart. 2 days to go in this week. We had an inside week last week, which right now initially was inside week down, failed. Are we going to attempt to take out last week's high to, number one, have a possible inside week up, and number two, by the end of the week, a possible outside week up? If you do that, that'd be pretty positive for the bulls. First things first, we have to take out last week's high. But right now, they're getting pretty close to it, only within 50-60 cents of it. And on the daily, again, I would be clearly up with today's action taking out yesterday's high. Good luck trading today. Thanks for the likes and subscribing to this channel. And we'll recap at 4 p.m.